So let's talk about reduce. What do you want to do, guys? So Christian
You
or
want to
Chris,
see it as an object.
that's an object wall. So you got sum equals A1, B2, C4, D5, E5, something like that.
Or like key value pairs, I think it's like more.
Key value. These are key value pairs, right? A1, B2,
Okay, yeah.
C4. Does this make sense? So what do you want to do? Do you want to add this to sum these values? Yeah, why not, right? So this is values. So yeah, that's easy actually. So the only thing we need to do is, first of all, we need to access all the values on the object. And to access all the values on an object, we need, and there are a few strategies. One of them is to get access to all the keys, because if we have access to all the keys, we can access all the values. Object dot? Keys. Yeah, correct. So if we do object dot keys, and then we pass an object, so this will return an array with this shape. Right? This is the array. And as this is an array, reduce plays really well with arrays. So let's take it as a starting point. So if we do that, we can do reduce, and then we got the accumulator, and then we got the key. So key will be A, then B, then C, then D, and then E. And then, so as we want to sum the values, I'm going to add a 0, because I want to start, even though we may not need it, but let's iterate on that, right? So then the way to access its value, right, is as simple as we can do return whatever the accumulator was plus values key. That's to make it, right? Let's add a breakpoint to prove our theory, right? So it fails, which means that it's not good, right? It fails because value doesn't exist. And why value doesn't exist? Value doesn't exist because it's plural, right? I did it on purpose to see if you were paying attention. Right. Here you go. Right. So look, that looks good, right? Accumulator is 0, and then key is A. So then values of A will be 1. So I expect next time accumulator to be what? 1. Exactly. Thank you. All right. And the key is V. So it will return 1 plus values of V. So on the next iteration, the accumulator will be what? 2, 3, 2, 3. Why? It will be 3. Exactly, right? So we're in the middle of the loop. And then accumulator is 3, key is C, so it will return 3 plus values of C. So 3 plus 4. So next time the accumulator will be exactly. Iteration number 4 out of 5. Accumulator is 7 already, and then key is D, so values of D 5. So next time accumulator will be 12, and finally accumulator is 12, key is E, so the value is 5, so eventually this will return what? 17, exactly. That's it. That's right. And what if we do have something more complicated, something like that? Right?
You have to close the C object, the C array.
Yeah, that's correct.
And also the B one.
Yeah, A, B, C, D, E. That should be correct, right? What if I just want to sum all the values? All the values. Right. So let's again. I'm going to reuse the current structure because I think it's good enough. So the only difference is key is not values of key is not a number anymore. Right now it's an array. But because of that, at the end of the day, the only thing we want to do is for each key A, we want to calculate the total here, total there, total here, total there, right? So that should be quite easy. The only thing we need to do, we know that the first time values of key will point to an array of 1 and 4. This is an array. So if this is an array, we can do reduce. Again, another accumulator. I'm going to rename it probably. So I'm going to call it array accumulator, and then this is a value actually because it's an array. So and then I'm going to return literally array accumulator plus value, and then I close the parentheses, and then I close, there is no bracket, just a parenthesis, and then yeah, something like that. Right. That should make it. Let's review it. So the first time, values of key will be an array of 1.1 and 4. So then we want to reduce because we want to calculate the total. I'm not even going to pass any initial value. Could be set to 0. So what will be the value of array accumulator the first time? No, wrong.
0.
Wrong. Wrong. No, wrong. Come on, keep saying random things, guys.
0.
Wrong. I want to see the first value of that variable.
Would it go 1 and then go on again and do the 4 and then accumulate them both?
So the first value will be
1.
Exactly. Why? Because we didn't set any default value, right?
Yeah.
So based on what Chris explained 15 minutes ago, if there is no default value, that will pick the first value, right?
Yeah, but isn't there the 0 set in the first default?
Yeah, but that's of the outer reduce. We have 2 reduce now, right? I mean, I'll be honest. To me, this is slightly complicated to read. So if I were you, I would create a variable. So internal or something like key sum, right? And then I will move that, right? Something like that, right? Why? Because to me now it's much easier to add breakpoints. I can add a breakpoint here, and I can see if the key sum is correct. So what will be the first value of key sum? 5. Let's have a look. That's wrong, right? It's not 5. So that's fine. We did something wrong. I don't know what. I don't know what I did wrong, but I did something wrong. So this is normal. And now let's try to figure out what's wrong. Right. So this is something funny, something weird. So values of A is an array. That's correct. Then we reduce, and then we return. I see. Yeah, I see why. Does anyone see why it's wrong? There's a typo. There's something. Look at the result. That's ridiculous, right? There's a subtle typo somewhere. Exactly. This is wrong, right? So we want to add the current value, not that thing. That doesn't make any sense, right? That was a typo. Cool. Nice one. Right. So back to the exercise. So the breakpoint. So the first time, that looks better, right? Key sum is 5. And the accumulator is 0. So you'll tell me, on the second iteration, what will be the value of the accumulator and what will be the value of key sum? Accumulator first. What will be the value on the next iteration?
5.
5. Correct. Because
Key sum will be 7.
exactly. Thank you, Christian. You are completely right. Accumulator is 5. Key sum is 7. So next time, what will be the value of the accumulator? 12. Well, don't be shy. 12. 12.
Let's add in the second one up to the first.
Exactly. That's it, right? Will be 12. And what will be the value of the k-sum on the third iteration?
9.
Exactly. Exactly. You see, accumulator is 12 and k-sum is 9. And then, keep going. Iteration number 4. What will be the value of the accumulator?
21.
Correct. And the k-sum?
5.
Exactly. And finally, last iteration. What will be the value of the accumulator? 21. 26. 26, correct. And what will be the value of the k-sum?
10.
Exactly. So then, what will be the eventual value of our calculation? Exactly. That's it. Make sense?
It makes sense for me too.
Right? So I have the solution for your problem. Keep typing this until your fingers start bleeding, because that's the most important thing you're going to do with
Can you
JavaScript.
rewrite that without using the arrow function for us? So I can have a look at that?
Rewrite without using the, yes, of course. So you want to do function, right, and then that, then you want to use function here, right, and then, yeah,
Oh, it's just not.
something like that.
I wanted to see.
Still works, right? Yeah, that's the same. Again, don't get overexcited about arrow functions. If you understand classic functions better, then take that, right? And then once you are confident, then if you want, swap to arrow functions. Any question? No? Damani?
No.
Right. Cool. So I'm going to stop this video here and I'm going to record another one in a minute.